so it seems like we've sprung a leak. So I suppose let's dive into it. I think it's this 90 in here. So let's take a look at it real quick. So yeah, so I suspect it's this 90. I had a tree kind of fall over, and I believe that it hit that because it looks like it's almost bent. It's a little bit wider, a little bit thinner. I think this 90 is bent. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this 90 off, and we're gonna see if maybe we can see like some smoking gun in there. So first I'm just gonna see if it was just loose, because maybe we solved the issue. Oh yeah. Oh wow, that was really loose. Maybe we solved the issue already. Loose too. So I'm not sure how well this camera is going to pick it up. Yeah, so you can see in there, this right here is thread material, and it's gone. So I'm going to have to get a new one of these made. Maybe just put a new end on it. Let's see if they can just put a new end on it. That would be nice. These things are kind of expensive. Okay, so this fitting was loose. This is the one that was leaking. This was just super loose, so I went ahead and tightened that up, and I think that that should solve it. But I actually have an in-town hydraulic shop that can cut this end off and possibly put us a new end on this. They said if the hose is bad though, they're not gonna do it, so I might just have to get a new hose, who knows, but got to get this machine up and running, so we're just going to go ahead and have to bite the bullet if that's the case. However, I'm going to go ahead and pull this out through this sheath, and I got the other end sitting over there, so I'm just going to pull that through, and hopefully when we get back and we put this down, tighten all this up, hopefully this won't be leaking. If not, this is like a $4 part. I'll just have to run and grab another one of these, put it on there, be done with it. So anyways, let's go ahead and get this hose out. All right, so success. All right, I'm gonna run to the store. I'll be right back. All right, got me a new fitting. Threads look way better on this unit here. Got the hiccups as well. So let's go ahead and throw it back on, see what happens. And yes, I'm using a big wrench because it's all I've got on my truck with me. So, it looks like the threads on this are actually like flattened a good bit. They should look like this down here at the end. As you can see, these ones are a bit flattened. Probably why that fitting pulled the thread. Probably messed these up too. These fittings are really cheap, so I'm probably just gonna go grab one real quick and then I'll be right back. All right, so real quick, I just wanna show you guys. So this is the threads on the old fitting. Oh shoot, just dropped that in the dirt. Whoops. So they're a little dirty now, but these are the threads on the new fitting. As you can see, let me see if I can clean these up real quick. So these are the threads on the new fitting. Much cleaner, much better. They're not exactly too clean because I dropped it in the dirt just a few seconds ago, but much better. They're not flattened or anything like that. These ones are definitely flattened. No good. So anyways, let's get it installed. So, I've hooked these lines back up to the skid steer. So let's start the skid steer up and see if we still have a leak. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe all this crap up as best I can. I don't really have any good cleaners or anything with me, but I've got a crocodile wipe. Shout out to Crocodile Wipes. If you want to sponsor me, that'd be amazing because I use a lot of your wipes. Anyways, I'm just gonna clean this up so we can see if there is a leak, where it's coming from, what's causing it. And clean this fitting up too. Make sure there's no leaks coming from this one. I think I know how this leak happened. It definitely was my fault. But, all right, let's start the machine, see if we get any leakage. Looking good so far. Okay, well, good news. I didn't see any leaks. I hope y'all didn't see any leaks, because I didn't see any leaks. But it's looking like we are leak-free. So, I got a comment from somebody in one of my previous videos, and I want to show you guys how this brush cutter works. So basically, it's got three massive, and I have small hands for a guy, by the way. It has three massive blades in there and this giant disc. So there's another blade back there, there's another one over here, and they spin on their own plane. So if they hit something too big, they just fold back. But yeah, basically this is the brush cutter, and I've got a lot of brush back there. So let's go test it. So back here is behind my buildings. I have tenants in my buildings, but I like to keep all this nice and clear, but as of late, I obviously have been slacking. So we're gonna go ahead, cut some of this, and yeah, maybe you can see how this works. can see, that thing is a beast. And it just cuts, obviously this is really just grass, so, you know, it's gonna cut that good, obviously, but there's a stump right there, that's why I didn't cut that little weed. But let's, let me see if I can find a tree to take down. There's not a whole lot left because I've already done it, but yeah, I don't think there's any trees out here. But we're about to do a tree job, brush job. Let's cut some of this back here. Alright, we're gonna try this camera angle out. This is really interesting for me. as you can see, works wonders. And not only cutting grass, but heavy brush too. It does great. We'll have to I'll have to film this upcoming job I have. Is a brush cutting job in a couple days here, and I'll film the process. But as you can see, like, all this was overgrowth and grass. All this back here was overgrowth and grass, just like it is there. So you can see, like, it goes from this to that. Just really nice finish. So you can see that even after all that cutting and everything, still no leaks. That's wet from before. All this, not wet at all. So good fix, did good. And with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and go home. So thank you guys for watching so much. I appreciate it greatly. If you liked it, please subscribe and like this video so it gets pushed out and more people get to see it and I get to do this more. So thank you guys. Have a blessed day. Bye.